road cycling and gravel grinding and mountain biking too. This is the P-Town Week, the weekend review.
Annabelle's helping decorate the house.
These are we have.
There's hot chick running.
You know, when I looked up, I saw the elderly couple at first, and I was like, Gary.
Hey down!
Down.
Weekend!
Weekend review.
Review!
P-Town Weekend Review.
P-Town Week in Review.
Almost there.
Road cycling and gravel grinding and mountain biking too. This is the P-Town Weekend, the weekend review.
So welcome to this special review, a review of the review, going back through the year and just picking out some of my favorite spots from the videos and going back through them. So what you just witnessed there at the start was a selection of some of my favorite intros to the P-Town review videos. Every once in a while throughout the week, certain scenes are captured or items happen and you're just like, yep, that's going to be the intro. It's just a nice way to kind of set the tone of what to expect for the story that week. So those are some of my favorites there. So next up I have a little collection of some of the best scenes and video that I got throughout the year on certain rides that just had a definite elevated level of beauty to them. And were just very memorable. So here's some clips from those guys. This seems like a distant memory here, but remember right up till just about June, the bridge on Hrdisky was still closed, so there was no plowing of that road basically the whole entire winter. So that made for some memorable rides. So enough with the snow, into the springtime. This video is from a mountaintop ride in the Stony Cabin Summit View area, and just a very scenic place with the views along the top there seen in all directions. Here's some clips from this. That was probably one of my favorite videos of the year as far as scenery goes. Just very awesome up there. Every direction you look, just beautiful every way. Next up is just a short clip of a adventure style ride I did up to the windmills in Noxon.
Windmills everywhere. That was one hell of a climb.
This ride was neat. Very good climb to get up there. And then once you get right beneath the windmills, you realize just how big they are. Next up was a ride Boone and I did in the late summer, where we rode our bikes from the house over to Wanami area to pick up the band van, and we were investigating some of the flooding that was going on in our area along the Susquehanna and Harvey's Creek area. Next up into the fall, the same weekend, Leah and I did a road ride on Saturday and then a big gravel ride on Sunday, checking out some of the fall foliage in the area, but just really focused on both of these rides and taking video. So, you know, stopped a lot, doubled back if we saw something neat, so it made for some prime footage. The infamous turn onto Cassie Green. And then heading into the winter season, this was over Thanksgiving weekend. We had 2 gravel rides, one in Tunkhannock and then one down in Montour County at the Montour Preserve. And both of these rides, just unbelievable views, different scenery in the Endless Mountains here in Tunkhannock, and then in the farmlands with the fog down in Montour. So here's some nice shots from those. And then after we all got cleaned up, we went out for dinner together to Turkey Hill. Looking back on this year, we also had quite a bit of very fun day trips go out. So here's a quick little rewind of some of those. So this year in January, made our annual trip down to Swatara State Park to mountain bike ride, and then go to Trogs afterwards to pick up nugget nectar fresh from the teat. This is a trip from March. Stein and I went down to Mainville and we met the Slug and the Slugette, Eric Hyduke, and 2 other riders down there. And we rode Mainville, which was very neat for me because it used to be one of my usual weekly rides during college, but haven't been there probably since. So it was neat to see the trails, what's changed, what was the same. Just a very good ride down there. Another great day trip was this one here. We went down to the Allentown area. So we went to the swap meet at the Velodrome down there, scored some great biking gear at great prices, and then afterwards we went to Knox-O-Mixon for a mountain bike ride. So we had myself, Leah, Stein, and Richard joined us on this one. So look at all that swag in the back. This was the first of 2 day trips down to Raystown this year. This one was just Stein and I on Good Friday. Drove down there because the weather in our area had been a little wet for the past couple of days, where when we looked at the reports down there, they did not get the rain that we did. So we made the day trip down, discovered it was plenty doable, so we ended up doing it again later in the year, around Halloween time. Also had quite a few great day trips down to Bald Eagle State Forest this year, but one in mind strikes me as very memorable, and that was the first time Joseph came down with us. So it was myself, Joseph, and Ken, and we called it his penance ride for missing the Redneck Roubaix the previous day. So we took him down there, and we did a good loop down there with Walters Road, which is a beast of a climb. It's actually a Cat 3 climb, so we don't have many of those in the area. But we definitely exhausted him that day. So here's some of his comments from the ride.
First climb, and then I had the second climb, and the third climb. Somewhere between the 8th and 9th climb, I was done. The 10th climb, I was cursing your name. The 12th one is your name. I don't know what your name even is. Somewhere on the 15th climb, I was pretty much toasted. I was going backwards at one point.
So is there anything you'd like to say to Walter about his road?
Walter? You need some bulldozers up here.
But we had this beautiful screaming descent in front of us.
It's an uphill.
It's an uphill.
Top to top.
Mm-hmm.
So I got back over that top to the car.
Gary said category 3 that was, huh?
That was a Cat 3 climb. Not many of them around here.
As in, out of 2?
So waiting at the intersection for Joseph. Just heard him scream, come on. Because there's a little bit of a climb to get up to the intersection here after a good downhill. But there was a climb to get up to this point that I told him was a good sizable wall, and it will hurt him, but I forgot that it was actually a bit longer than I had remembered. He's probably in a bit of pain right now. We're at like mile 37, already over 4,000 feet of climbing on the day, but this is his penance for skipping out on the Redneck Roubaix.
What are you doing? Your day off? Go get the car. That was definitely not worth it.
Huh?
That was not worth it.
What? That downhill?
No. The whole trip.
This year we also had some new rides pop up that I hope become an annual event because they were just a good time all around. So here's some of those. So Ed's epic Montrose Adventure Weekend happened at the beginning of August. So we went up to Montrose. We camped there Saturday night into Sunday. So Saturday we did a gravel ride. Great ride, lots of climbing, it's very pretty. Included a brewery, and then hung out there during the night, swam at the pond, drank, just a great time all around. Also in August, Stein and I drove up to Richards in Massachusetts for a mountain bike adventure ride. We left right from Richards' new place, rode through the town, and then all of a sudden, boom, we were on a trail, and we explored both east and west Middlebury trail systems up there. Nice, tight, flowy single track. Towards the end of the summer, Kyle and Megan hosted a lake-to-lake gravel ride where we started at their place at Harvey's Lake, rode some gravel roads out to Moon Lake, and then came back to Harvey's Lake where we ordered some grotto pizza and then relaxed lakeside, rode the jet skis, swam. Awesome. For Labor Day weekend, made a trip with a good-sized crew down to Bald Eagle, and we incorporated a stop at the snack shop at R.B. Winter State Park so that we could refuel with some hot dogs and slushies mid-ride. So this will definitely be a nice trip. Talking about next year parking at R.B. Winter so we could actually maybe utilize the beach and relax at that area longer. Murphy and Lisa's ride from their house in Georgetown all the way up to Mountaintop to the Snappers Run trails and back was definitely an awesome adventure loop that we did this year as well. I'm looking forward to keeping that one and doing variations of it hopefully. And working the rest stop area at the Lulaka Laka Wacko Wacko Waiko Waiko Wacko Wicko 1 Hundo has definitely become an annual tradition as well. Always a good time there setting up and watching the cyclists smile as they come through and we cheer them on in our costumes. Also throughout the year had some skits or random antics inside and embedded in some of the videos that weren't necessarily cycling related but just occurrences after the rides. So here's some of those random scenes, narrations that were funny and memorable to me.
Is on and here comes pride in the backstretch. Heartache going to the inside. My tears are holding back there. I'm trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running. True love scratch for another sake. The race is on and it looks like heartaches. And the winner loses all.
There she goes. Will she hold on to the lead? Nobody knows. At this point, Ken and I were both surprised we didn't get her yet when we were coming up the big road there. But then we finally caught a glimpse of her, and here's the catch coming up Mountain Road by the horse farm.
One name that got tossed around to a lot of people this year so far was the Angel of Cycling Death, which was created when somebody on a ride gets a mechanical beyond repair and they have to wait for somebody to come get them. Lee is not unfamiliar to this. Over the past month she had to pick up Stein and Ken as well due to mechanicals we had. So Ken decided to give her the name the Angel of Cycling Death. Beer Boys in Wilkes-Barre, they were celebrating their birthday, so they had 18 years with 18 beers. And they had a selection of 18 different trogs, so he was, yeah. Post-ride Supreme interview.
Yeah!
Yeah! Just left the Trogs bar.
Oh yeah.
No, it was the Beer Boys bar.
Beer Boys, yes.
With Trogs.
Yes. I can't feel my face.
Don can't feel that face.
No.
That face right there?
No, and I got a
no
free
feeling.
pint glass.
Free pint glass.
And I got this one personally.
Look at that spookiness.
Oh, that's freaking sweet. And Pappy got this one.
No. Oh, look at that punk logo. Stein snorting.
Oh, I got free stickers too.
Oh, free stickers.
When I need motivation, my one solution is my queen, cause she stays strong. Yeah, yeah, she is always in my corner, right there when I wanna. All these other girls are tempting, but I'm empty when you're gone. And they say, do you need me? Do you think I'm pretty? Do I make you feel like cheating? I'm like, no, not really, cause oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. She walks like a model. She grants my wishes like a genie in a bottle. Yeah, yeah.
More around. They quickly change the tune and they slam the couple down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, all you guys, rats, send it over here. You find the burning gates in the vault and the fool. And in these passion and aquatic reaction, I'm pushing them turn off and get us to go. The nice line of flavor.
Also had a few of our annual events right here on P-Town this year, and two of those that stick into my head as the most memorable would be the taco ride, where we introduced this year the use of taco tokens, so you had to ride through the woods and collect those. So that ended up making that ride a lot more interesting and a bit malicious as people battled for the tokens. And then also the Oktoberfest this year, I think was a good event, good turnout, complete with beer tastings, races, and then a few standard Oktoberfest events such as the chug race and the beer Stein holder as well. So here's some clips from those. These are the Tour de Taco tokens. They didn't look all nice like that with me riding the bike on the taco. Then afterwards they were in everybody's pockets, they looked like that. So upon Upon coming into the fest, the first thing you were greeted with was a sign-up table, which had all the races on it. And then you worked your way inside, to which there was a beer tasting with 6 different beers, unmarked containers, and you had to vote which beer was your favorite. Then the racing began, followed with 2 chug races, one with a run, one with a bike.
They're off.
Come on, Birdman.
The hell is this baby and shit? Murphy's off. The Larry Bird's walking. He could go all the way. Larry. Larry. Get in there. Get in there. Oh, he's gonna puke.
Then, after the appearance of this video at the start of the summer,
The Bears out on the bike today? Drink a beer now?
Real bike, mountain bike, not that silly little gravel shit. It's mountain bike season. It's mountain bike season. It's mountain bike season. It's mountain bike season. It's mountain bike season.
Road bike. Road bike. Road bike. Road bike.
Lame.
it was evident that music was going to start becoming a part of the review. And in the beginning of August, we had the development of the P-Town Week in Review theme song.
Road cycling and gravel grinding and mountain biking too. This is the P-Town Weekend, the Weekend Review.
After this, it kind of became a part of the review as well to have certain segments. So we had the addition of P-Town Out of Town, we had the addition of Piper's Ride, and then also for certain holidays we started having theme music for those as well. So here's the theme songs of the review.
Pack the gear and get to the car. We'll need some maps, we're traveling far. Some new trails or gravel renown. This is P-Town Out of Town. Piper's Ride, Piper's Ride, yeah. Piper's Ride, Piper's Ride, yeah. She runs the trail so fast. When she's out, she always has a blast. Piper's Ride, Piper's Ride, yeah. Piper's Ride, Piper's Ride, oh yeah. Hot tub, poster day. Hot tub post-run interview. Hot tub post-run interview. I hope you had a very, very cycling Christmas. Got out and rode and worked on your fitness. Hope Santa brought cycling gear or a new bike for you. This is the holiday review. Holiday review.
And finishing off this review of the review, one of the questions asked for New Year's was what was the favorite episode of the year, and it was pretty much unanimous. Most people, if it wasn't their first, it was their second choice, was the Halloween episode, the Halloween special. And that probably had arguably the best theme song of this year as well. So here's some of that episode for you if you haven't seen it yet.
Welcome to the Halloween special. We're gonna take this one to a spooky level. Costumes, rides, and parties too. This is the Halloween weekend review. Weekend review. Weekend review.
Welcome to this week's Weekend Review, Halloween edition. First off, this week on Tuesday, we headed up to New Angola for a Halloween ride on Mischief Night with Ken. Here's some clips from that.
So this video was complete with a bear narrating it, a murderous bear at that. But it had a ride up in New Angola where we visited this awesome house filled with all kinds of Halloween decorations outside on the yard. And then we also had the Halloween party here at the house, so there were some pictures from that. And then also it included the second of the year day trip down to Raystown, which was just an awesome ride.
Oh God, it's like I'm at work.
Yeah, enormous rat.
Well, that was another great trip with just a great group. We got over 30 miles in of Raystown that day, so it was just awesome. That's it for this review of the review, though. So thanks for sticking around the whole time. Look forward to continuing this year with a little different format, maybe not so much as a week-by-week basis, but more of a trip-oriented type of design. As you saw a few of those videos published already. But again, thanks for watching since the beginning of this year, starting with the very first video published all the way up to episode 51 and 52 with the holidays there. Learned a lot along the way, hopefully getting a little bit better as I go with doing this and making the videos more entertaining for everybody to watch. But thanks again for watching. We'll see you out there.
Road cycling and gravel grinding and mountain biking too. This is the P-Town Weekend, the Weekend Review.